make sure this is good to go. So Neptune is at 29 degrees of Pisces. And I had a very interesting experience with it today. And I wanted to share with you guys what this means. From now, which is not December. I'm all the way in 2024. From now, which is March 4th, all the way until March 30th, Neptune is going to be hanging out at 29 degrees of Pisces. Shout out to Gabby and shout out to Zhao for joining the chat. To me, this 29 degrees can represent, actually before we start, I've been thinking of a few things. I've been thinking about how I can incorporate ritual into what we do. And I actually brought a surprise for you guys today. And you know what that surprise was? 693 Solfeggio frequency tuning fork. Listen to the tone and how it makes you feel. I'm going to ring it one more time. That's how powerful the vibration was. Boom, we back. All right. So today, officially, Neptune went into 29 degrees of Pisces. And with this, it's going to get foggy. Like, I feel like a lot of people right now, things that are going to start to happen in your life will not feel linear. Okay? Yeah, things in your life will not really feel all that linear. And I think it's important to lean into that, okay? This energy is like the peak of Neptunian energy. And Neptune is literally, quite literally, representing fog, confusion, but also the dream realm, fantasy, the deepest parts of our subconscious mind. Literally. could this be? Neptune in Aries. Still no sound? Check 1, 2. Anyways, perfect. We are good to go. We're gonna... This is probably the most messy one I have done. Okay, I don't think we need the other thing with us. All right, let's start over again. I might make this video. We'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. Neptune is officially at the 29th degree of Pisces, bringing in a time of uncertainty. Things may seem to be ending on and in a very dramatic fashion or pattern. And the non-linearity of life will present itself more than ever before. Now, what do I mean when I say the non-linearity of life? Truly, life does not, there is no, as much as we want to get from point A to point B, there is no straight linear path. Maybe some paths there are, but I feel that, think about a time where you, oh my God, think about a time where you decided to go towards a particular dream or goal that you had in life. And when you tried to go towards that goal or that dream, it wasn't as straightforward as you starting from where you are and getting there, point A to point B. There were all these twists and turns within life before you got to that destination. Well, think about that time and amplify that, because Neptune at the 29th degree, first and foremost, that is a very karmic degree. This is the ending, the absolute ending. There's an astrologer who I follow, and he says this Neptune in Pisces, and most importantly, Saturn in Pisces, is the beginning of the end of the world. Saturn being the world, Pisces being the ending, or endings, I should say. From March 4th until March 30th, be open to possibilities that you would not otherwise have considered. If things don't make sense, if things are confusing, if things are unclear, a little foggy, trust that there will be a burst of clarity after March 30th. Because that is when Neptune leaves Pisces and goes into Aries. And I think this is very, very key, this moment here. Because this ingress into Aries is not permanent, one, so we will revisit the 29th degree of Neptune. But as soon as Neptune crosses over, just expect a colossal shift in the collective and in your personal life. Now, this collective shift, I'm pretty excited for it, but at the same time, I'm a little nervous. Because again, Neptune, every 80 years, goes into Aries. And this is typically correlated with civil unrest, especially in the United States, or some sort of war. Today I felt it was I allowed myself to go with the flow. Neptune at 29 degrees Pisces is the threshold, or I should say, yes, the threshold between the unmanifested and the manifested world. When Neptune is at 29 degrees Pisces, it's almost like that moment before birth, right? As soon as we go into Aries, so we got the equinox on the 20th, and then we have Neptune going into Aries on the 30th. And once this occurs, expect such a shift in energy, right? We're switching into fire signs from this super deep water sign to a very headstrong, passionate fire sign, Aries, Pisces to Aries. Once this happens, people are just gonna wake up. There's gonna be this clarity like there's never been before. There's going to be clarity like there's never been before. You know what I allowed myself to do today? I allowed myself to not stick to any rigid routine or plan. Of course, I have my morning routines, which I call my miracle mornings. But throughout the day, instead of locking myself into a particular routine, I allowed myself to explore. Open a book that I haven't opened up. Read different aspects of it. I kind of treated this book as like a divination tool. When Neptune is hanging around at this critical degree, I feel like spiritual energy will be readily available for us to utilize. Spiritual inspiration, spiritual perspectives as well. When Neptune is at 29 degrees, the veil is so much thinner for synchronicities to find you. Now, this is from March 4th until the end of the month, March 30th. After this, I don't know, there's going to be this awakening. Everybody's going to feel like they just woke up from a very long, elaborate, confusing dream. And then they're going to wake up and be like, what happened? How did we get here? Neptune at 29 degrees Pisces from March 4th to March 30th is peak escapism. Now, this could be for better or for worse. It could be for better if you utilize that escapism to escape into things that are beyond this world, this physical world. Music, meditation. Maybe you might get a little creative and do something in the lines of past life regression. Maybe you decide to experiment with psychedelics. On the darker side, the more shadowy side, there will be a tendency to escape through maybe binge watching television, maybe using substances to escape, maybe a blind belief in something. Pisces does rule beliefs. I'm not going to put this on. So, you have to choose wisely during this time how you choose to escape. Both energies are present. You can escape in positive ways and contribute something meaningfully from the depth of your soul to the world, or get lost in the Maya, the illusion. And I feel like during this time as well, Neptune in Pisces, this is also going to be a time wherein and smoke screens present themselves. Perception can become very foggy. Now we're part of this larger, we have officially entered this larger Mercury retrograde season. Mercury is in shadow right now. It hasn't yet reached a point wherein it has gone retrograde. That's going to happen on the 14th. But what's happening right now is very interesting because it's part of Mercury conjuncted Neptune in its shadow. So Neptune's going to play a big part in, I feel like, some sort of grand realization that we're going to have. First as a collective, and then as individuals. This is much better. You guys can see me. Neptune at 29 degrees Pisces can dissolve what no longer belongs with such ease too. It's like, kind of like evaporates, dissolves, whatever that thing is. Typically, it revolves around beliefs and perspective. I think mutable signs generally do around this topic. So something may be coming to an end in our lives. Whatever that thing may be. Again, from March 4th until March 30th. This is when Neptune, 29 degrees of Pisces. The critical degree. And being that it's in a critical degree, it is a concentration of Piscean energy. And Neptune being the ruler of Pisces, well, wherever Neptune is transiting in your chart, this transit, this 29 degrees of Neptune in Pisces from the 4th till the 30th will be that much more significant. For me, it is the 3rd house of siblings, neighbors, cousins, early learning, skills, social media, my acquaintances. So there's going to be a shift there. Something is coming to end, because anytime that 29 degrees Pisces to that 0 degrees Aries, again, it feels like you just woke up from a dream. You were born anew somehow. And through this rebirth, things that were foggy will all of a sudden become all the more clear. Yeah. So all the way until then, be very cognizant. If things do not appear as they are, trust that, lean into that. Because there will be this sense of things being foggy, perhaps confusing. It might not feel linear, but trust that, lean into that. Go with the flow, right? Pisces at 29 degrees, Neptune at 29 degrees Pisces. This is the time for being, for trusting. Like I said, there's two types of escapism. The first kind of escapism has to do with escaping into art, creating art, movies, cinema, plays, meditation, contemplation, prayer, visualization, imagination. These are the ways that we can escape in a healthy, positive manner. On the not so positive side, the overindulgence of food, escapism into substances, doing things that you know are not good for you, but you do it anyways. Once we get to the 30th, though, there's going to be this collective awakening from this slumber. Because this is the first time this has happened. This is not like we've experienced Neptune and Pisces in our lifetimes. Maybe some people who are 80 plus years old have, but definitely not in our lifetimes. This is the first time Neptune will be going into Aries. It's been over 80 years. Such is this transit. And I hope you guys make the most of it. And I hope you guys make the most of it. What did the sun reveal to you today? Let me know, guys, in the comments below. Make sure you guys join me daily, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, in being one with the sun. I just got this download. It's 29 degrees of Neptune in my third house in Pisces. Things that are no longer relevant to what I share with the world will be coming to an end. Besides that, I wish you guys many blessings and love. See you p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Peace.